we live in one of the most interesting times of art right now where I think you could make art without being a creative. I I think we have kind of lost the meaning of being a creative, and I think a lot of people are business owners and amazing at marketing and producing like content, but I don't think a lot of people are artists in like in the sense like I don't think people are creatives or artists these days. Um, I think a lot of people create just to monetize and have people consume and have no other desire to have this human expression, because I think at the end of the day like, art is a form of human expression, and I think that's why AI can never ever produce meaningful art, because I it is integral to the like it to be making art is to be human, in my opinion. I know that's like cornball or cheesy, but I think the human experience is integral to making art. Like I just don't see generative AI ever being a part of this society. Like I hate it when it's used in creative fields. And I think it's just so disrespectful to artists. And I can talk about AI for hours, but one thing I will say is I know everyone's talking about water this, water that, and yes, okay, sure, problem. But my biggest thing about this whole generative AI thing is that you're not a real artist. You're stealing art. Like morally, how can you be okay with yourself stealing other people's work? Like obviously these learning models have to learn from somewhere, and sadly it has to learn from other artists. So I've seen like those artists post like screenshots of AI generated work, and they're like, wait, this looks like it's based off my artwork, and it literally is because they learned from it. So I just don't think there's really not a place for. Was that ready? Sorry, I haven't played Minecraft in like a decade. That's a lie. Probably soon earlier, but I haven't played it in a while, so don't know what's going on. I've never seen a village like this, to be honest. Um, anyways, I and that's the thing. I specialize in the music industry. Obviously, like the music industry is my main industry I work in, specifically the EDM and rave side of it. But there's DJs now using Suno, which are like AI produced vocals and generative AI for their art. Okay, sorry, this is tangent, but I recently saw a DJ, like they made a logo and like a mascot, and they're like, "Yo, who wants stickers of this? I just made like this cool logo and mascot for my brand." I'm like, "You didn't make anything. Like you did not make anything." And to be fair, it looked ugly. Like your logo and your mascot looked ugly as shit. Like, and I'm not gonna say that because I hopefully want people to change and realize that it's just not a good practice to use stolen art as part of your brand, and I think it cheapens you. Whenever I see companies, or a lot of companies use AI for everything now, and whenever I see someone use AI with their stuff, I just immediately get turned off, because why are you using that? And I think you're cheap. I think you're uncreative. I think you're cheap. I don't think you're a real artist, and I do see you as like inferior, which is sad, because I don't doubt that there are really nice people out there who just don't know the moral wrongdoings of using generative AI. And when I say moral wrongdoings, like I understand a lot of people are like, oh, other things cost so much more water. And I know I'm probably I know I am probably consuming a lot of products, I don't know, like almonds, produce, meat industry that consume water, whatever. Like I know I'm part of a huge problem, but I think like one of the main things about AI being used for ugly ass art is the fact that morally it's just wrong. Like you're not a real artist if you think stealing other art is okay. And that brings me to the point of like it's a business. It's a complete business now. There's no heart behind a lot of businesses. Like I think there's a lot of monetization, and there's a lot of wanting to be famous, and what happened to creating just to create. Like I it's very rare, and I'm very glad that in my community I'm surrounded by artists who love just making art and connecting and just the humanity of it all. And I'm so lucky to have a group in Los Angeles like that, because I know a lot of people struggle to find genuine, authentic people, especially in LA. But I've never had that problem because I've always been surrounded by such kind people. And you know, if people aren't my vibe, I just don't connect with them. Like I don't try to, I'm not gonna suck up to someone who I don't think is morally aligned with me. Um, Damn, I should make an axe for this tree. Yeah, I should probably make an axe. Also, I there's what biome is this? Does anyone know what biome this is? Oh, and that brings me another point. Like with my own personal work, I've been in multiple industries at this point. Like I helped gamers, I helped people in the graphic community, I've helped DJs, in the music industry, theater, choir, like photography. I've worked with creators in almost every single niche now, and I think I'm very interested in all sides of art. Like that's the thing. Like I'm not trying to max out my creativity because I need to make more money. I genuinely find joy in learning stuff. And like for example, I'm really really bad at producing music. Is that going to stop me from learning? No, because I think it's fun. Like same with photography. Am I like is it taking me a long time to edit and make some videos at times? Yes, but it's fine. Like I think it's just fun to learn, and slowly but surely I'm seeing myself improve, and I think that's such a beautiful thing of I have been working at this craft for an okay amount of time, and I'm witnessing myself improve. And I think that's like it's just so there's so much joy I find in just learning and expressing, like finding different mediums to express myself. And if I get to learn more and improve my skills, that's an amazing thing. And yes, monetization is a part of it. I know, like for example, are all the content I make just because I love art and love the game? No, like obviously I have to promote myself, and I try to do it in the most like ethical way I can. And I I'm not one to post stuff I don't want to post. I think I'm never gonna be like, come with me to try the viral. Like that's just not who I am as a person. And speaking of like hooks like that, like not everything is a hidden gem. Not everything's a hole in the wall. Not everything's a viral. Like come with me to try. Come with me to try. Or today we're going to like enough. Why are we talking like this? And I know there probably is some science. There's a science, but I know there's like science of like these are really good hooks. But I don't care. I really don't care. And I know as like a content creator that has worked with people with millions of subscribers, I know that's like the Mr. Beastification of it all. Low key, I feel like that'd be like an insane place to work. I know a few people that did go to, do they call it like a compound, like the Beast compounds? I know a few people that have worked there, and a few people, my classmates, and good for them. Like I think there is something interesting about how to create viral moments and high engaging things that people genuinely get addicted to, but that's just not what I want to do with my creativity. And I there is there is an amount of skill that goes behind it, but that's just not the audience I want to cater to. And whatever, like create what you want to create, I guess. But that's an example of like I know this is so maxed out not for human expression, but this is like maxed out for profit. Shout out, was it Feastables or chocolate? I don't even know what he made. um Anyways, that's where I am with my creativity. I am in a weird spot where I know to survive, I do have to, go into the business side of these things. And I help a lot of creators, grow. And I'm very happy I'm able to help creators, reach their dreams of being an artist full time. But there is a part of me that knows a lot of artists these days. Unfortunately, like no one I intimately work with have the mindset, but a lot of artists I'm not gonna call them artists. I'm like backtracking. A lot of people who make art don't see the value of art, and they just see the value of making a profit, and that just makes me sad. Why is there like, are we talking shit about me over here? Okay, but yeah, that's where I am. I am trying to bring it all back to community and creating just to create, and I know that's obviously impossible, especially if I want to keep doing creative endeavors. I do have to kind of appeal to how the algorithm's gonna work. And I hate the word algorithm. I've been to so many conventions recently, and algorithm is such a buzzword. Like everyone's like algorithm AI. It's there will be, if you have a camera, and I've worked socials for a lot of creators and conventions. At this, not a few here and there, and the moment they see you out with the camera, they're like, oh, what do you post? And it's not even trying to talk to you. Immediately the next step is, well, we have this AI program that will increase your reach, or we have this program that will increase your engagement, or if you don't have a manager, this AI agent will be your manager, or this. It's just, I'm like, do we have to make everything so optimized? Like, is it really that deep? And I am glad that I know AI cannot do my job. I know you cannot create what I'm going to create, because it's a lot of my ideas I don't think have been done. And that's the thing about being first to doing some things. Is this ready? And that's the thing about being first to a lot of things, is that one, you gotta be the first person to create a concept or idea. A lot of my ideas, I don't know. I mean, all comedy derives from somewhere, obviously, but in the EDM space, I've seen DJs and content creators like copy my scripts like word for word, and that's fine. Like, I'm funny as hell. Use it. But God, it's 3 a.m. It comes to a point where I know I have job security, because AI cannot do what I do, and I know AI cannot create the experience, the community, and everything I want to do with my art. I know AI cannot do that, so I'm very lucky to have job security in that way. But yeah, I don't know. Let's bring back creating just to create, or making art for art's sake. I'm so over like I'm really over people not seeing art as an expression medium and people seeing it as a money medium. Like, there are so many benefits of art and using it for yourself and, enriching your mind and connecting with others. And a lot of people are just like, ooh, this is gonna make me money, and I'm gonna be the next Mr. Beast, and my thumbnail is gonna be me with a shocked face. It's too much. It's too much. Anyways, I'm done yapping. It's so late. Okay. I'm gonna try not editing this, because I edit enough and I overthink, like, how is someone gonna watch this? When someone watches this, even if 2 people watch this, I don't care. I just need to rant about art for a second. Okay, goodbye.